Alright guys, I just got home from GameStop and I picked up two cool new collector's editions tonight. I picked up Titanfall for the Xbox One, and this thing is massive. We're going to dig into that in just a second. But I also picked up Dark Souls 2 collector's edition. Has a really wicked statue with that. Pretty excited to dig into that one as well. But I got a few other things here quick I want to show you first. The people at GameStop were kind enough to give me this cool Titanfall lanyard. I have a pretty big collection of lanyards, so I really like those, and they usually hook me up every time I go in, so that's pretty awesome. Throw that on right now. And we got the Dark Souls 2 Collector's Edition Strategy Guide. I love hardcover strategy guides. These last forever, and they look awesome on my shelf. I also picked up the Titanfall hardcover Collector's Strategy Guide. Again, looks pretty cool. Has some extras with it. Pretty excited about that. Alright, so digging into the games here themselves. We got Dark Souls 2 for the Xbox 360. Go ahead and whip out my trusty knife here and dig into these and see what we have. So, this comes with the Black Armored Case Edition, which is a pretty cool metal case. This is co-op, so I'm kind of excited about this. We'll take the experience and hopefully make it a little easier than the previous ones, but I'm not counting on it. We've also got a nice little limited edition art book. These are always pretty cool. I'm not going to dig too much into these. And a nice little cloth mat. This actually is cloth and not just a cheap paper wannabe cloth like has been in some of the collector's editions, which is kind of awesome. I'll get the packaging out of the way here. And this guy is pretty detailed. You can see quite the level of detail here, but he is really detailed. You can see the fur on his coat, some dents in his armor and stuff like that. Really cool. Alright. Now, we'll get into the big guy here in just a second. I just want to slip this back into the box and get him out of the way, so we don't have all this, because looks like there's probably going to be quite a bit of stuff in the statue in this Titanfall one. It's pretty large. So I need as much space as I can here. So I'll just go ahead and get that out of the way. And now we're going to rip into Titanfall. So they've got some little circles on here. We're going to need to pop these bad boys loose. I'm being really careful. I like to keep these boxes in as good of shape as I can. I'm kind of a freak for the collector stuff and the collector's aspects of these games. So, yep, that looks like it. So we're going to pop the sleeve off here. The sleeve has some really detailed art on it. Actually, let's get the spin around here. I'll give you a full side view here. Here we also have a list of everything that's included in the Titanfall Collector's Edition. I obviously have the game. We have a huge blueprint of a Titan, a Titanfall Collector's Edition art book, pilot details feature built-in LED lights, so the pilot on the Titan has some light so it does light up, which is pretty slick. Looks like, what else? Do we have anything else in here? Well, looks like that's about it. So, let's go ahead and tear into this. And again, really detailed art on the box, always looks good. Get that off camera, it's a little bit too much here. Alright, so we got a couple of tabs holding this guy together. Just the one. Alright, looks like we have an instruction book here on instruction sheet how to unpackage him and get him all set up. Obviously you have the Titanfall game. I'm going to get this installed on my Xbox here shortly. Start peeling the Titan itself out of the box. There's our art book. This is a really nice art book. It's a full-size hardcover art book. These probably something like this would normally run you $35 or more at a store, so that's really cool to see that included, especially for the price of the collector's edition, which is $250. So we'll stack that aside with the rest of our books and see what else we got in here. We've got the Atlas Titan blueprints. Fold it a little weird here. Trying to be as gentle as I can. And that's pretty good size poster or something if you want to. It is just kind of poster paper material, so not crazy impressive, but still very nice to have that extra level of detail of art with your collector's edition. And then of course we have the Titan itself, which, oh, we've got some other little stuff up here. What do we have? A certificate of authenticity, so I have number 1055 of the 35,000 set piece. And we have the where your battery compartment is, so basically just kind of setup and installation instructions. Then we got some of the pilots or soldiers for the Titans, so that's kind of cool. We got two different ones of those, it looks like, at least. And then we have the one that's actually on top of the Titan, so it looks like we have 3 independent people on this. And now let's see how we get this Titan out here, so we have to be real careful there. So they take very good care in here to make sure this is secure in shipping, and this thing looks awesome. Alright, so there's one of the 2 pieces, and the other piece of protected cardboard, and they have some plastic as well to keep the pilot that is mounted on top on. There's batteries in here already, and we can see there's a rock here. They say that the power switch is hidden in. Oh, there it is. And it does not look like it comes preloaded with batteries, but it's kind of cool that they hide the switch in that way. This model is extremely detailed and very cool looking. This thing will probably need a shelf of its own. It is, as you can see, fairly tall from the base up to to the top is a little bit higher than my fingertips to my elbow. Very, very detailed again, as I said. So, I think that's pretty slick. This is probably one of the coolest collector's editions I've seen. I'll just give him a little spin around here so you can see the level of detail on the Titan. And it looks like each one of them are individually painted. It does look like it's very detailed in that sense. And we do have mount points for the 2 soldiers that included with it. And they mount onto the pegs to kind of complete that model. And we'll get it turned around here. And then I'm going to take off here in just a second after I show you off the Titan so I can get playing. So all in all, very cool model, lots of great stuff in this collector's edition. The model alone is probably worth the price of the collector's edition for those of you who really are into that sort of thing like myself. I definitely suggest if you like cool models and are into this type of game, definitely get the collector's edition. Very awesome looking.